Is the latest French military tech currently being used by the Russian army to invade Ukraine? The answer is yes, according to the French investigative website Disclose. In its report, How France Delivered Weapons to Russia Until 2020, the group reveals that Paris discreetly continued exporting military equipment to the Russian army between 2015 and 2020 to modernize its ground and air troops. After the annexation of Crimea and the subsequent war in Ukraine's Donbas region in 2014, the European Union imposed an embargo on arms exports to Russia. The ban does not extend to deals predating the sanctions, and the governments of Presidents François Hollande and Emmanuel Macron chose to fulfill their existing contracts.
France has allowed the execution of certain contracts signed since 2014 under the so-called grandfather clause. A contract concluded before the annexation of Crimea can be completed, and deliveries of equipment purchased before July 2014 can be continued.
Since 2015, Paris has issued 76 export licenses for military equipment to Russia, worth some 152 million euros. The main providers are defense giants Thales and Safran, in which the French state is a majority shareholder. The exports contained no lethal weapons, but the latest high-tech equipment, including thermal imaging cameras to equip more than 1,000 Russian tanks, navigation systems, and infrared detectors for the Russian Air Force's fighter planes and combat helicopters. The Disclose investigation claims that this advanced equipment is enabling Russia to gain the upper hand over Ukraine. It said that while the equipment may not be strictly speaking weapons, that they are made for lethal military equipment and therefore considered to be as such.
The fact that they are not really weapons, they are considered as weapons, even if themselves you can't kill somebody with a camera. But they are made for lethal equipment, for tanks, for aircraft that are bombing Ukraine and that were bombing before Syria.
The Ministry of Defense has defended its decision to maintain the contracts and said it did so in complete transparency. According to a spokesperson, no new contracts have been signed with Russia since 2014, and no deliveries have been made since the start of the war in Ukraine.